We celebrate every day, champ.
Yes, sir.
Don't we?
We're almost home.
We really? Should we do a
yes, a toast? Go ahead.
A toast
We're
on
already
camera?
recording. Yes.
Yeah, this has already become like a tradition now.
Yes.
Salud.
Thank you.
Dinero
Thank
y
you,
amor.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
This salute goes to, like you said earlier, multiple income.
Multiple sources.
Multiple
of income.
sources of income.
Salute.
Yep.
Multiple sources of income.
It's the only way to survive, folks.
In Florida.
Yes, yes. You already know what it is, man. You be the UnderBoss, the Apex. My partner, Hurricane Joe-EZ, in the building. The one and only Fuego Talk is back with a very, very special invited guest. We have Style Addicts in the building, the one and only Diana. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And on time. Like early. Like even early.
We love it.
Yeah, you know,
I love
what's
it.
up.
Came straight from another gig.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. From working.
Yeah. Future guests, take notes.
Take notes.
This is the way it's got to be. You got to be professional. So, let's talk a little bit about your history real quick, Diana. Like, you know, your background and stuff. And I know you've got the Style Addicts thing going on that you said, right?
Yes. Well, mainly my first source of income, I would say, is my handbag line.
Nice.
Yes. Style Addicts. We manufacture leather handbags that are made in Bogota, Colombia, and Barranquilla.
Oh, beautiful.
Of the finest leather.
Wow.
So we have another one behind
In the
me,
background over there.
as you can see. And this one is painted by View 2. We often collaborate with different local artists.
Miami local or?
Mostly Miami,
Oh, nice.
but some out-of-towners also.
Cool.
So we make handbags, and sometimes we get like an overstock or we have a lot of product. So we'll take that and we'll get local artists to paint on it, and we'll put it in different places like the Museum of Graffiti,
Yes.
or Boom Shanti, or Tribal, or Dade Wear.
Nice. Shouts to Dayware. Shouts to the Museum of Graffiti. Shouts to
She's
all
going to
those.
come here. I guess the co-founder.
Yeah.
We got
Those
a
are
schedule
mostly
for next week.
local venues, local stores that you mentioned.
Mostly, yes.
Staples. Those
So-
are staples.
Local staples,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Miami.
Yes, we used to be wholesalers for many, many years. We used to do all the trade shows, go to New York, go to Vegas.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
And we moved a lot of product.
Georgia.
And then my sister, which is my business partner, Joanne, shout out to Jojo,
Shouts to JoJo.
my right-hand man, moved to New York. She did the first lingerie fashion show. Fashion week in New York. She helped produce it. And that's what we used to do before we did handbags. We did lingerie fashion shows in all like the local clubs like Privé and
That's
all the big ones.
Yeah.
Cameo. We had our name up in
That's what's
Cameo
up.
at one point.
Beautiful, yeah.
What's the garden?
You're talking about
All the big
where
ones.
Amnesia
This-
used to be.
yes. We had Alice in Wonderland
Damn,
at
what was it called?
Opium Garden.
Opium Garden.
Yes.
There you go. I
Garden.
forgot. Yeah.
Nikki Beach,
Nikki Beach,
all
everywhere.
the big
Yeah,
ones.
all the
Penrod,
biggies.
they used
So
to be
this was
Penrods.
before they used to charge people to have shows there. They used to pay us
Right.
to do
nice.
lingerie, like themed lingerie fashion shows.
Dope,
So
dope.
my sister moved to New York, and we started the handbags, and we were doing that at the same time. But I moved to LA, and I was doing electroluminescent costumes.
Okay.
I worked with, shout out to Will.I.Am, and other people, and we did our own thing for a while, so we stopped wholesaling, but we kept retailing the whole time. And we recently moved back to Miami, and our forces have united, and we've been retailing on shopstyleaddicts.com ever since, and working with our favorite local spots.
Right.
A lot of the people that we mentioned are some of our good friends, best friends.
Right.
Awesome.
Shout out to Boom Shanti. It's a
Beautiful
store in Biscayne, and she has another one in Sunset Place, or by Sunset Place. And she's been there for like years, like
That's what's up.
definitely over a decade. Like, so, we support each other. You said Allison was coming?
Yeah, I guess. Like I said, I haven't met her yet, but yeah, I reached
Yes.
out and
And she's awesome.
Yeah.
Also,
Dope, dope.
she's moved everything that we've put in her store, and she's just a good-hearted
yes.
person. Yeah.
She's the Museum of Graffiti, right?
The co-founder.
Yeah, we did an event over there about I I want to say like 2 years ago, with the homie Ross Sandino and Serum, my brother.
So I was
Serum,
gonna say we hear good things.
DJ
from
Heron,
our family.
Yeah,
about
so
people. Yeah.
View 2 is my husband. He's the one that painted.
Oh, okay.
He's the one
Shout
that
out.
painted the first Style Addict bag,
Salute,
and that's
salute.
that's where that idea was born.
Was really
He
what's up.
painted on one of my handbags.
I love it.
Beautiful.
So
That's what's up.
it opened up the door for us to work with artists like Alex Yanez and Typo and A-Hole and Diana Contreras and just an endless
more.
amount. And we worked with them before they really blew up.
Bro,
A-Hole's,
So it's-
A-Hole's my guy.
that's
It's
the beauty.
because
Yes.
A-Hole.
We love it. Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
worked with them like, I would say early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah.
And to have their artwork now and
It's a
see
blessing.
where they are and how
See the
much
growth, right?
Yeah.
To see how far
crazy.
they've come.
yeah, and how much like their stuff is worth now
Yeah.
is
Crazy.
Art.
hilarious.
I've been
Especially
wanting
A-Hole, yeah.
to get into the
Crazy.
art world.
So yeah, shout out to A-Hole, and we have some A-Hole bags still.
Nice.
If anybody wants,
That should be
anybody hit me
tripled up on
up.
the price.
ShopStyleAddicts.com.
I think I'm gonna have to get
Yesterday's
them.
price is
Nah,
not
that's what it is.
today's
Right.
price.
Get them
Facts.
because it's,
For sure.
it's like you put
Get
them
'em up
away
because
and
they
then
keep going up.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
It's a collector's
Yes,
items.
it's at this point it's hard for me
Yeah.
to sell
to
these
get,
bags.
I know.
Right.
Remember we spoke about that.
Yes.
Remember, like they become your little children.
They're my
the
babies.
babies.
They're-
Well,
because
well,
you think of it, you think of an idea and it
Right.
becomes reality,
Nurtures,
and it is, it is your
It's part of
concept.
you.
to bring
is-
it to fruition, it's like it's your creation, right?
Right.
So you love it like
I
your-
do.
like your baby, right?
Yeah, and
Right.
like the other day, I sold out of
Good for you.
a handbag, and I
Good
was
for
really
you.
sad about
Good for
it.
you.
It's
Like-
crazy, right? Because the goal is to
good.
sell out,
Yes.
but then it like hurts us. Like, damn, all
It's
the
like
stock is gone.
I lost my last mustard mini bucket bag. Like it's so
Right.
cute, like,
yeah.
and I don't have one.
Oh, that's
And the
what
thing
makes
is
it
that
even
these are
tough.
like
Yeah, my
these are like
sister
one of
has
ones,
one,
right?
And there's like an archive.
But these are like one of ones,
no,
right?
No, no,
Oh no, these are like lines that you do.
Well, some of them we make a lot of.
Right.
Our circle bag we've been making since like 2011.
Yeah. Oh,
Dope,
okay.
dope. Yeah.
So
And
it's
it's
like
our
a- it's-
number
it's a
one
recurring
bag.
item. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay.
And it's been, in movies and in publications
That's awesome.
and we've brought it back in every single collection, but like in a different color or a
Yeah.
different material
What's up.
so yeah.
So do you guys like pay to get it in movies, like to have it in certain shots or something like that, or is this like
No.
it's just
It's
happened?
just unwholesome.
It's just
No,
happened
it's
like
just happened.
organically.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever paid anybody to
Like product placement type.
yeah,
No,
no.
that's what's up.
No, but there are some people out there that have some handbags of mine that still haven't shot them out. So
Really.
just want to mention
Just wanna
that.
we
know,
need we need
thanks.
we need y'all to come clean with them shout outs. We need
couple.
That was a good one.
Yeah. We
Remember,
need y'all to
that's
come
cool.
clean.
That's cool. When some people remember not going to be like 100%
Right.
into it. When they see the train,
Yeah.
the money train passing by.
That's
Remember,
when they
what
want to
I said.
jump on.
That's when they want to jump. That's how we know that we know.
And it's
we're
okay,
all-
you know.
It's cool.
You got one of my babies out there. Just take care of it.
Just shout
It's
them
okay.
out.
Yeah. It's okay. There's no hate in our heart. We
Mm-hmm.
we
No,
got
it's
love
all
in our heart.
love, for
Yeah,
sure.
It's all love. So I wanted to ask you something because you just ran over something. You just glossed over something real quick.
Lightly.
And, and I know you were trying to flex. Like I know you weren't trying to flex, but I know that it's a big
It's
flex.
a light flex.
And to our audience, we need to go over this real quick because you
Right.
said when you were in LA, you worked with Will.I.Am.
Yeah.
Will.I.Am is a multi-platinum Grammy Award-winning like superstar producer.
He's a brainiac.
He's a very
I
big
met him in Full Sail
entity in the
when
culture.
we set up his audio when
Yeah,
they was
you
doing
got
the
to meet
Black
him?
Eyed
That's
Peas.
what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, in the soundstage. That was one of our classes.
I got
so
to meet him
for
backstage
4
one time at a
hours.
show they did in Miami
Yeah.
years ago, like 20 years ago. Yeah,
He,
before
him,
Fergie.
and all
Crazy.
of the Black Eyed Peas are one of the most humble
Super humble.
Yeah,
superstars that there is out there.
nice.
So can we
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that? How'd you meet Will.I.Am? How'd you get into that whole work?
So
of-
you guys remember the iPad heads?
Kind of.
iPad heads?
Yeah, when he came out with that whole thing.
Oh
it was like
yes,
the
I do
first-
remember when he did that. Yes.
I made the electroluminescent costumes that they were wearing.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so dope.
yeah. And I was only in LA for like
3 days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right
But-
when it's a funny story. Like right when I landed in LA, I had never been there before, and I moved there.
Yeah, yeah.
I would packed all my shit, my kids,
Right.
little babies.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
Dope.
my husband was working with Guitar Center.
Nice.
Yeah, and they have their main place
Over
in
there.
Agora Hills. Yeah, And so we moved out there, and right when I get out of the airport, the first thing I see
That's Will.I.Am.
is Jay Leno in one of his little cars. And I was
It's
like
not
the
real.
very first
it's crazy.
person.
Wow.
Like,
JB moving around all over
Like it's
Beverly
nothing,
Hills. Yeah, he's all over.
and I would see like, famous people, or even people that it's funny because I thought I knew them. Like, I know this
They look
person. Like,
familiar.
I've had a conversation, and then I see him in like a Velveeta commercial later or something. I'm like, oh, that's where
where I knew him from.
But yeah, so Will.I.Am, his costume designer, hit me up. I was working with, I had just done EDC, and I lit up like 28 cheerleader costumes.
Ooh, nice.
And I was working with this guy, L Wire. He used to do a company called L Wire. And it was just me and him. And we were creating costumes for all these people. And
at that time, the dance, like 2010, 2009, 2011.
Yeah.
The EDM wave.
So Will.I.Am's costume designer hits me up. And he's like, I need 8 electroluminescent costumes in like 8 days.
Wow.
And I'm like, one person, and this guy that's helping me like solder and just do the electrical part. He's not doing the whole costume.
Right.
So I say yes, and I have to hire 7 seamstresses.
Wow. It was for a show, right? This was the show that he rocked it in, right?
Yeah, he did Ryan Seacrest rockin' New Year's Eve.
I remember I saw that.
And he
the blue,
did
they were like blue and neon.
the Jay
green
Leno
thing.
show.
Right.
Coincidentally. Full circle.
Full
Crazy,
circle,
right?
yeah.
Full circle.
Wow.
So I'm at the Jay Leno show with 8 electro. I didn't take a shower, eat, or do anything.
Hustle.
I'm with my babies. Remember, I just moved. I don't know nobody except for one person. When Love. Shout out to When Love, DJ When Love. That's my sister out there.
That's what's up.
What's up?
Salute the DJ.
But When Love wasn't available that day, and I had 0 babysitter, so I didn't get to meet.
I can imagine. I wouldn't want to leave my kids
Leno.
with anybody.
I had to get the L Wire guy to drop them off because I didn't have a babysitter.
Wow.
Well, you got the job done.
But I got the job done.
There it is.
And it was a great paycheck.
That's what's up, man.
Thank God
That's what's
That's
up.
for Will.I.Am.
That's what's up. So that's how you
like
plugged
the
in with
guy.
Will.I.Am. Do you keep in touch with him? Do you guys keep in touch?
No. No.
So this
You could
is
reach out. You
before
definitely could
Fergie
reach
was
out.
in the group. No, this is no.
No,
No.
that time they
No,
were
she-
popping.
No,
They were in the
Fergie's
group.
been, yeah.
She was already with
Fergie's
no.
like 203, 204 maybe. Because
Yeah,
remember,
she was
I
already in there, I
in
think.
'99.
Because I remember when I met them, she wasn't in the group yet. It was just him
Right.
and the Filipino dude. I forget his name. The dancer,
Yes.
like a b-boy, dope as hell, and then the other dude. It was just them.
I think they're all people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think they're definitely all b-boys, but those guys were still heavily like doing the b-boying thing. Yeah, Will.I.Am was more just doing the music thing. But yeah, super dope group. I love those guys.
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas, they're dope.
Yeah, so
That's crazy. That's
was fun.
That's a cool story. That's cool. So these are awesome. These are really cool.
thank you. This
So-
is my,
This pyramid
Mini
shape. This was
Giza.
inspired by you,
yeah, this is my mini Giza bag.
right?
And she was born from a larger triangle.
That's
as
in
you-
the back.
As you see
the mama.
behind me.
But I see that one's got like a different shape though.
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle,
And
but
this
like
is a
it's-
pyramid.
right.
And so a lot of my handbags are, I don't like look at other artists when I'm making my bags. I want everything to be like a work of art.
Yeah.
Nice.
So most of my whole collection is like sacred, like geometry and like geometrical shapes. And so I have like a sphere bag and the circle bag and the triangle bag. And so
There's themes
the
behind
Pandora
the bag, yeah.
box, the
So what?
The Berkeley
Are you
bag.
into that kind of stuff? You're into like the. Yeah.
Yes, I've always been spiritual. My
Yeah.
mom was a very spiritual person.
Okay.
Dope.
So spiritual in the sense of like like Bible, Christianity, God, or more
not
like
Bible,
the
see.
astrology type thing, like.
Well, I like to study like all different religions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been to like every church, I would say, except for maybe like I think you call it a synagogue.
Yeah,
the
the who's. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed.
I couldn't get in there. Listen,
Yeah.
no. Listen, no. Wait, I can tell you right now. It's funny.
Muslims and Jews, it's hard to
Listen
get in.
to me. The guy that we knew with a lot of money in the South Beach. I told them, please. This is like I said. I have the hat. They gave me a hat already. So watch this. I have it in my box. He goes. I go to him. Can you get me in there? He looked at me because he's from New York too. He's from 34th and 7th Ave. He looked at me and said, "Are you fucking crazy?"
You can't get it.
I've never, no matter.
It's disrespectful.
It's
Yeah.
you can't.
I went to Israel. I was in Israel
Yeah.
in November, and we were trying to get into the mosque, and there's no way to do it.
No.
Judea and Islam is just two different
You
things.
gotta
Christianity is open and everybody's welcome, come.
Yeah.
But
And
everything else
respect
is like no.
to everybody,
Yeah.
respect to
Yeah.
all religions.
Yeah,
But there have been a lot of different religions that have accepted
Right.
me as an outsider and my kids. I would think like Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism and like Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Buddhism. Yeah, all of those are more accepting.
Christians are very
Yeah.
accepting.
Yeah.
And even Jehovah's Witness, I've been to.
Yeah, we grew up on Saturday
Yeah.
in La Casa del Rey.
Yeah.
Come on, because
Yeah, I studied with the witnesses too. Yeah.
El Kingdom.
I love that.
El Kingdom, whatever.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hall. Kingdom Hall. El Reino.
So my kids are not baptized, and I'm like the only one in like my whole Colombian family.
What, they're witnesses?
What?
Are they witnesses?
Witnesses.
Jehovah's
Like
Witnesses.
Jehovah's
No.
Witnesses? No. Oh, like
No.
Christian.
They're just not baptized
just not
in
baptized
any
in any
religion.
religion, right.
Yeah. I don't really like fully subscribe to any religion,
Right.
even though I practice different. Like I love chanting and like Hare Krishna.
And the rest of the family is what? Like Catholic? Like traditional?
No,
Catholic?
nobody's subscribed to anything
No?
really. Oh, like the rest of my Colombian
right,
family,
right, right, yeah.
Catholic.
Catholic. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if they're looking at you
Yeah.
like, no bautizado
No.
los niños.
Oh
because
my
of that.
God, mi tía, every
Diana, pero ¿qué te
nunca
pasa? ¿Cuándo?
falla to call me on my kid's birthday. God bless her. Pero también nunca me falla to tell
To
me, have I
remind you.
baptized my kids yet?
Just to
I
Todavía
remind
better
no has bautizado
hurry
a esos
up.
niños.
Just to remind
Yeah.
you, because they won't be accepted. Remember, they won't be accepted. That's remember,
Yeah.
everybody
No,
has
I
their
know. She's-
beliefs. Remember,
She's
Because the
genuinely
Catholics,
this is
yeah.
worried.
tradition and his belief. So
Yeah.
this is how it works in that.
Remember.
Wait. In that manual
Yeah.
of instructions, that's what I said. You don't
Facts.
have to get mad. That's how it works. So you,
To Catholics, it's like when you're
it's
born, kid.
instructions, yes.
You know what I mean? Like to other Christians, it's like when you're old enough and then you're ready to accept Christ, right?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like to Catholics, it's like no, when you're born, as soon as
Yeah.
you're born, dunk 'em.
Indoctrinated.
Yeah, that's it.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
man.
got no choice.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
in
yeah,
a lot of, I
Right.
would say in most religions, you got no choice.
Right.
Your whole family's already.
It's kind of like traditionally already. Yeah, you kind of like you're born into it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm like
I
the
feel
black
like- yeah,
sheep,
you're like
but
the-
I'm not.
Well, no.
No, but you're not. You're
Nah,
doing
yeah.
good. I think you're well on your way to being like
Achieving.
achieving your goals and doing your thing.
They just
Yeah, and so all that reflects,
Absolutely.
on what I'm creating.
That's what's
Like
up.
I love stuff from Egypt
Right.
and like the pyramids. And my mom really believed in like the power of the pyramids.
The pyramids are fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Let's
we
talk
used to
about
have
that a
to
little
get
bit.
our water out of a big pyramid
Yeah.
and drink it because it was getting all the energy of
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
universe.
magnetized.
That's
And,
cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the pyramids? Do you think they were made by man or because this guy thinks otherwise?
Where you at with it?
Alien.
Yeah, no.
You
This
know?
guy's big on that.
Where you at with it?
What do you think about it? D?
Giants of this world, Anunnakis.
I
What do you
think-
think, D?
Talk to me.
Anunnaki? What do you think?
It's left.
I think that nobody knows.
Nobody
Nobody that's
knows. Of course
alive
not.
that knows.
But what's your theory?
Yeah, and if you
There's
were
so
asked,
many
Wow.
magnets, aliens, humans, strange. It could be anything.
Hmm.
It could be all of them.
I personally think it's humans. I think humans are capable of doing
Yeah.
anything if we put our minds
Humans
to
are
it.
incredible.
We are.
Look, I
We're
was telling,
fascinating.
Look, I was telling him the other day that I just read something I was gonna say in the article because I go deep. I show you. I sent him a text of they just found not found, but they found a library in 1047. It
Oh,
has
yeah.
books that are 60,000 years old, and they've only gone through 5%.
Yeah.
Come on,
Well, they
brother.
said 10,000 for sure. They said it's maybe
Where?
up to 60. I read it. I read what you sent me.
You
They
understand?
said it
Like,
might be up to 60,000 years old.
and that's
but 10,000 for sure they've been
information. That's what
confirmed.
I'm saying.
So that's what I said. Okay, 10,000 makes sense. But 60, come on. That's like a lot.
It's a lot. They say that we've been here already 5 times. I told them 4, so there's been man, lived, survived, lived. So this has been already. This is the 5th generation of the man.
Crazy.
So it's there.
Where did they find a library?
Huh?
It's in Africa, no? Where was it?
The what?
Where did they find this library?
I'll send you the link. Around
Africa,
Tibet.
no? Tibet.
Tao. I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say. I just send you a link because
Gotcha.
the way the books are, you're like, get it. You know, just seeing those books, you already know. You're like, dude, I would love just to sit there. Can somebody transfer this for me?
Yeah,
you know?
and that's why, like, I respect, like, the Bible and everybody that loves the Bible and even, like, the lessons to be learned. And I don't feel that it really has an evil, like, purpose. But there's so much more that was written before, like the Bhagavad Gita and other, things that...
The Bhagavad Gita was before the Bible?
I think so, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was only the Book of Death. The Egyptian was the only one that predates the Bible. I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The Hebrew scriptures? Yeah.
No, the Bhagavad Gita.
No, but I'm saying the Bhagavad Gita, I think, came after the Hebrew scriptures. No? Yeah?
Yeah. No.
Really?
Yes. It was before the Bible.
That's news to me.
Remember, they're finding still, okay, here's the problem. Open-minded. Remember, here we go. I'm going to paint white palette, open-minded. They're still finding just new outdated information right now still. So it's crazy. You can't timeline it. We're trying to timeline
it's
it.
true.
Very
Really, nobody really
Yeah,
knows.
we
That's what
can't
I'm saying.
timeline
Same
it,
thing about the Egyptians. So
They're finding other pyramids now. They're finding another planet. They've been finding planets, but it's funny how they find planets. Oh, another planet the size of Earth. It has the double amount of water. So I always say, watch this in my brain. It's like, whether you want to accept it or not, let's say we're like, watch this one. Let's say we're the first generation that could get to another planet. Well, now we inhabit that planet and we grow on that planet through evolutions. And that's why I say why there's so many planets. That's why I feel like we're on the 3rd now. Like, this is Earth. You get me? Like, the next generation or the other 200-300, they'll figure out how to get to that leap. That's why I feel like
you
planets
think there's
are
life on
for.
other planets? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying if there are, but I'm saying maybe it could be our testament to us. Like, let's see how far can we go, because soon the Earth will run out. You get
Do
me?
you
So
think there is, though? Do you think there's life?
I
on
think
other
so. Of
planets?
course there is. Yeah, I have to.
Do you think there's little green guys on Mars?
They're not green. They don't have to be green. We see. Oh my God! You see all
What
the
do you think,
UFOs?
D?
You see all the UFOs on Instagram? Stop playing
I
with me.
think that anything that we can think of
It
is
exists.
possible.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hello.
Like anything that we could think of is possible.
We don't even know what's in space. We're at 0.03% of discovering space. We're not even at 1% of a fraction.
We don't
Stop.
even know what's happening
Yeah,
in our own bodies.
Yes, exactly.
In our own
Let
bodies.
alone in the
Brother,
universe.
stop.
I was
That's what I
going to
mean.
say
It's
that. Forget
crazy,
space. Think of our
Yeah.
own bodies or the ocean. We don't even know the ocean.
Nothing.
Our own,
Yeah.
like our own
Nothing.
planet. Yeah. Like not even. I don't even. What is it? Like not even a
50% of the water. That's what I'm saying. The person who made this, like whoever made this, watch what I said. I told him the other day, it's so intricate how there's 20% body of mass and 80% water. Meaning no matter what's here, vegetative or human or whatever,
crazy.
we cannot that's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
We cannot get rid of what they left us here. The primary source of creation is water.
Yeah.
So
that's deep, man.
that's, I don't want
champ.
to, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's a science. At the end of the day, this is all science.
Yeah. No,
I don't
absolutely.
fuck with the ocean. Like
Yeah. No.
I don't trust
Really?
it. I love
Well, it's very
the beach.
volatile. Yeah. The
I
ocean.
love
very,
the
We all
beach.
love
I
the beach.
love the ocean.
Yeah.
But first of all, I have 0 sea legs. I hate being on a boat.
Really?
I hate.
I have to have. I'm like una India.
Really?
I have to have my feet
hand.
planted
Yeah, I know,
on
yeah.
land,
Yeah.
because if not, I just like
You get dizzy?
yeah.
Really?
And then
Get
like
nauseous and stuff?
the fish, I don't even like the little ones like touching me, like right.
I don't even want the little ones.
I mean, do you guys like that?
I'm not gonna lie. I love the like the sea life. Yeah,
We don't want
My
nobody touching
husband
us.
goes out
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
where the lifeguard
Look, yeah, gotta blow the
has
whistle.
to blow the whistle every time.
Right. He
Every
goes
time.
out that far.
My friends laughing like, you gotta bring your own whistle.
Yeah. Wow. He likes it. He doesn't
That's
know. He
And
hilarious.
likes to see
he's
a bomb.
come face to face with a manatee.
Wow.
And still, he likes to go on the rocks by South Beach.
Yeah.
Right.
And then jump in there.
Yeah. And I see dudes with like
The spear gun.
Spear
spear
fishing.
guns
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there.
The lobsters.
Like,
Yeah, when we were
there's,
kids, we used to be out there
there's
spear
live
fishing, yeah.
stuff out there.
Yeah. No, for sure there is.
I don't.
All over, bro.
Trust.
Yeah, all over.
They got freaking orcas here in Wales coming down here now. Like, come on,
Oh, yeah,
hello,
that's
stop
pretty
playing
crazy.
with it.
No, but that's
different
pretty
sharks.
No,
great
that's
whites,
a very rare thing.
Orcas. No, I'm saying
Yeah.
it's because
The orcas coming to
it's
Key
the
West. That's a very
oceans,
rare thing.
Remember the oceans?
Yeah, that's
the oceans
very
already,
rare.
So
Something is going on,
The-
like
the
with the
ch- the
planet,
planet,
with
yeah,
the, with the
changes,
climate
mhm,
change. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, that's very weird, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta ask, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
Oh, I just was. It reminded me that there were like 3 beach whales in Key West.
Yeah.
But like 10 years ago, maybe 15 years
A
ago.
while back, yeah, I remember. But the orca thing freaked me out because I was like, that's weird for them to be down here. So you know what I mean? So far south, it's weird.
Okay, by the
And oh man, and rest in peace, Lolita, man.
I was about to say the
Lolita
same
passed
thing.
away.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Rest
orcas,
in
man, coño.
peace.
That broke my heart because I remember her as a kid, always going like with my parents, and it was like Lolita, Lolita.
La dejaron ahí,
Yeah,
loco.
they left her
They
there. They
got
were
her
supposed to
baja.
let her go a couple years ago,
Yeah.
weren't they?
But
Yeah.
who knows?
Weren't they? No.
Imagine being, raised like that and then being
Out there,
in that
Thrown into the
in the
wild.
vast
It's a psychological
Yeah, you
universe that is.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
You're
Who
done.
knows how long she
It will
was?
survive. Yeah.
But who knows if she didn't give a fuck? Like, just let me out.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Well, I'm sure, man,
Explore.
because it's like, come on, bro. Like, she was just in that tank like her whole life.
Yeah, spinning and
I'm
spinning.
sure she would have liked to have gone out and pobrecita. but anyways, I wanted to get your take on a couple of current
Couple
topics. Yeah, current hot topics that are out there right now. The first one being the Donald Trump mugshot. Did you see that?
I did see it.
What do you
How do
think
you feel
about
about
that?
it?
How do you feel about it? And are you
Let's
Trump
talk about
2024?
Yeah, we want to be a president.
Well, I think he looked like a super villain,
Definitely.
like a
A
perfect
mob boss.
super villain.
They caught the right angle.
Yeah. But Trump is. I don't like talking about Trump. No, because so when my dad came to this country for the first time, he moved to New York,
Okay.
and he worked directly with Trump.
Oh, that's right. He was there.
He was his
So it's
maid,
personal.
his
This is a
maitre
personal
d'
thing.
Yeah.
at the Hilton,
Okay.
Wow.
and he loved him. And growing up, I always had like Hilton pencils, and I always heard about Trump,
Right.
and he used to like tip my dad, and obviously hired immigrants,
Right.
and loved immigrants.
Right.
So when he went up for president, I was like, and my dad was like, fuck yeah, like he's a good guy. But then he started with this whole like racist anti-immigrant thing, and it confused me. And I was like, that's not how he used to be,
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I don't think it was racist or anti-immigrant. I think he was like speaking to like the people that are coming in undocumented and things like that, which are more criminals than.
Yeah, I'm offended by him.
I feel you.
I'm offended
That's why
by
we'll
from
get
the
mad.
get,
At. That's why we'll get mad.
like
at.
right off the bat with the whole grab him by the pussy thing immediately.
Right.
No one that is
Yeah.
the president of the United States
Should be speaking that way.
should be speaking
Facts,
like that, or
Pure arrogance. That's
yeah,
pure
or
arrogance 'cause you got
disrespecting
bread.
women.
And these are the things I always say, like, in
That's another
hindsight.
thing. Yeah, he's a womanizer. That's for
I
sure.
always,
Yeah. And
I
I'm
always,
like that. Like right when you turn me off, I'm like, ew, no.
Yeah, creepy.
Immediately
creepy.
no.
Like, see,
Yeah.
see the girl thing. See
and
what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
thing. I always say when he was in office, those 4 years, in hindsight, looking back on it, I wasn't like the biggest Trump supporter
wasn't
at all.
He was like
Excited, yeah,
unprofessional
and
and
he was very
embarrassing.
divisive and very like, you know what I mean, and making fun of the retarded people. Like it was
Yeah,
like
I
crazy, and it was
know,
like, whoa, you gotta slow down, buddy.
Unprofessional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in hindsight, looking back on, hindsight is 20/20, right? Looking back on everything, and then what this guy's done in in these past years, it's been. I see the difference, and I'm like, you know what? Trump wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
He
see
might
his
have
top,
a
you
lot
see
of
it.
flaws, but we all have flaws.
You see it.
But I think he was doing good leading the country, and I think we were in a
And
better
that's what I'm saying.
situation or better state than we are now. I could be wrong. I'm not the biggest
I
political
call it-
science
you
guy. I
what
don't know.
I call it? What I
I
hold
mean-
on, watch this. What I call that is that world to me, like with the government. Watch what I call it. I have a great word for it. It's called pyrotechnics.
Exactly. That's what I
that's-
was about to say. I was like, ni Trump ni Biden.
No, you understand?
Ninguno de los dos.
It's pyro. That's
Biden doesn't bother me as a person, you know?
yeah.
Like,
It's so mellow. It's
except for
different.
like
It's
when
a
he
di-
does like that weird thing with like kids. I don't like that.
That's so weird.
Stop.
Why does he
I've seen
sniff?
so many
That's
different
that
pictures of him, like
that's
all
that
over a
thing.
kid, like,
Yeah,
and the
that's
kid
that
looking at him.
thing.
I know. And
You
he's
know
like,
that. You
like,
know that.
terrible,
Stop.
bro.
We
And it's
know
like,
that. We know
whoa.
that.
That's
And
the
look,
one
already
thing
look.
that-
Okay, look what I'm gonna say. Here we go. So we're not gonna name no names, and we're not gonna say nothing. But watch this. Listen to what I'm gonna say, and it's deep here. Just understand the parents bring their child there.
I know.
That child does not get there on their own. The
Right.
parent. So the parent wants that for the child because this is what's called the offering. Stop playing. Yes, we got to
Is
be
that
honest.
really
with
Yeah,
what's
I
going
mean,
on here?
That's
He
remember
brought the
what the
Illuminati.
Carolina was talking about that. Remember when Mel Gibson is doing that? We spoke about it today.
she
like
said
that's
it.
what's
Like,
going on.
she
But
said
let's
she
not
saw it,
label it.
yeah.
Yeah, let's not label it. But we know look what's running around. So you got to call the spade what it is. We can't hide it no more.
So
Everybody
scary,
knows.
man.
Yeah,
It's
you
kind of
see
like
it.
it's kind of crazy.
All of
right?
them, all of them. That's the we spoke about it earlier. That's like from the gods. That's like from the temple, slice somebody's throat, and you just let the blood run down the steps. It's like that's
Are
what's
you
been
into
going.
that kind of stuff? Dude?
That's
Into
what's
the
been going
Illuminati
on
talk and all
everywhere.
that, conspiracy talk and all that.
I
It's
mean,
not. It's the
I like
facts.
to hear things, and like I said, anything that we can think of is possible. But the only people who know the truth are like the people that are in that room, and So I try not to like think about it too much, or say whether it's true or not, because I
can
don't
scare
know.
you. I can scare you even
don't
more.
know.
Watch this. I can show you pictures where you see them, 3 or 4 in a boat with a child.
But you can't trust pictures.
I know, but where you
for
going?
a long time.
Where you going? With a child? It's not yours.
It's just weird.
But you don't
It's
know
just
if
weird.
the picture's real. That's what
Of
I'm saying.
course, they have a whole
Absolutely.
bunch. Yeah.
Especially nowadays, you don't know if
No, but
anything you
this
see.
been going on. Like
is-
I'm saying, it's not like
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
I'm not
making this up.
denying
Yeah.
Neither nor, but I know there's a lot of corruption and evil out there in the
Did
world.
you hear about the Mel Gibson movie that he made? That's what I'm saying. We're not labeling nothing, so we're good in the conversation. You
Which
have to
one?
add
The
it up.
one with
The latest one, yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking about what's going on in Hollywood. So hold on, right? These are the same people that run the government. So what's the difference? There is no difference. It's just like who's there. So these people go to this place here to
Ew,
actually.
I know. Ew.
It's what I'm saying.
Es que no
we
me
have
gusta.
to. We have
Ay,
to
no.
be honest. We're not naming
Horrible.
nothing, but we understand now. Everybody.
It's crazy, man. It's a really crazy world, man.
Look, that movie.
It's
Back to that. Look,
sad.
you know what they're doing at the movie theaters for that movie? They're going off the smoke detectors. You hear it. They're like they're making sure that movie does not get exposed. But you just go watch it and then you understand. I haven't watched it yet,
But
but
wait,
I would like to.
what?
The
I
Mel
thought you were
Gibson
talking
movie.
about the
No, the Mel
the
Gibson movie.
freedom.
The Sound of
movie,
Freedom.
The
Yeah,
Sound of
that's what
Freedom.
it's called.
See, I
But the
didn't know.
point is that it's like he's saying they're turning off the movie in certain theaters. Like they'll set off the fire
play it,
alarm.
they'll-
something, you
but
know what I
something
mean?
happens.
It's still
yeah.
showing.
Oh my God, a bomb
Showtimes are still
threat.
going
Like,
on.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I
One-
don't think they're trying to stop people from watching. Did
One
you see at
theater-
the end how they have the QR code? That if you scan it, you can buy another person a free ticket to watch it, and that's how I saw it.
Okay, boom.
Because
so you saw it.
I thought I won a contest
Oh my God.
because they were like, you got two free tickets to go see the Freedom no
Nice.
sé qué.
What'd
And
you
so
think
I
about the
was
movie?
like,
Did you
oh,
like the
I
movie?
won
Freedom
something.
concert.
I won something.
I won
Yay.
something.
Sound like a concert.
So I took my coworker. I was like, you want to come? So at the end of the movie, we noticed that they have that pay it forward.
Nice.
And since I took her, she bought 2 tickets for
Dope.
someone else.
Dope.
Nice.
So yeah,
So
I
what'd
thought
you
that
think
was
about the
interesting
movie?
marketing.
What'd you think about the movie though?
You don't say
the
much.
marketing
Don't
is on
say
another
much.
level,
Don't
but-
say much.
but
Yeah,
what'd
I
you think
want to
about
see
the
it. Don't
movie?
say much.
I think it's very sad
There
and
you go.
scary.
There you go.
And
But very, very factual.
There you go.
yeah, and sobering and true, and we do need to talk about it. And yeah, I mean,
And
there's
just go watch it.
See, this is why I'm saying.
I don't know what we can do. I mean, still.
You can judge for yourself, is what I'm saying.
What I'm
'Cause
saying is this.
No, better. Some stuff when you watch it, this is the thing about it, how it's presented. So some stuff when you watch it, it might not be digestible. You're like, but maybe how he put it together, it makes sense. Remember, you
Yeah.
have to put this
Yeah.
together in a way that it's like understandable.
Yeah,
because
no.
then it's over here, and you got to
Agreed.
pick up the code.
Mhm.
So that's the.
And my point is this, guys. That whole movie, that whole thing that's going on in that movie.
Yeah.
There's only one guy that we know
Yep.
that was actually actively fighting that battle
Yeah.
and going up against
the monsters, the titans. They're not monsters. They're titans.
that one guy is the guy that we just mentioned in the mugshot. Donald Trump. He's the only guy
That was
that
fighting
se
that.
amarró los pantalones and said, "No, we gotta
Yeah,
and address this, and we
yeah,
gotta."
yeah.
The only person in the history of all those
And
politicians.
that's what I'm saying.
Groups of
It's
them.
like a double-edged
So
sword.
that's what
with
I'm
him.
saying, yeah.
But he contradicts himself
Yeah, he was.
when
Yeah,
he was
me
doing
too.
the whole.
I feel you because I felt the same way.
With
And I was
the
like,
He knows
immigrants.
about that.
Yes,
Like,
I
he knows
feel
with
about
the
that.
immigrant children, and that's what it makes me think of, that there's kids
Right.
here,
Right.
like in Homestead, like
Right.
that need our help, you know.
Oh, for sure.
And-
Absolutely.
And so many kids like out there that could use even like just company, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
so-
truth is, again,
so movies like that make you think about
yeah.
how
I
you
wanna
can
see
help,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
what you
absolutely.
can do.
Absolutely. I see it.
Didn't
I just think the truth of the matter is with like the reality of it, the kids that are in those situations and those families that are trying to come in undocumented or whatever, like that's a whole process. That's a whole thing. We can't save them all.
Oh my God,
You know,
those people are like
it hurts,
devil, like,
right? It hurts our heart.
to
But
me that's
yeah.
true evil.
And what about, watch this?
Yeah.
We're talking about this.
Yeah.
So watch this. Perdón, watch this. Like, you're just making my mind spin because we have to only talk about the truth. What has been happening in the churches?
as far as you're
Stop.
talking about like the
The-
Catholic
what?
Yeah,
church, the
that,
priests
and
and
all that going on
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
doors. So imagine that world
Yeah.
now to Hollywood. Wait, stop. Hollywood's 200 years old. Stop.
Yeah.
100.
No,
So
I
these
know.
guys are thousands, but we don't shine the light upon them because that's the So there you go. So it's like, okay, we see it, and then you turn a cheek. Remember, everybody looks away.
Well, trust me. Remember, we're Cuban. We came like my mom sent my little, my brother when he was,
Yeah.
9-10 years old through the, whatever, Peter Pan movement, Spain and the priests and all that. You know what I mean? So it's like we knew, you know what I mean? And I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
So it's like we had firsthand knowledge of all
Knowledge
that.
of what
you know
was
what I mean?
going on,
And it's,
yeah.
and it's just, it's crazy, man. It's not really,
It's just people are like sexually deviant. They can't
Absolutely.
control themselves. Like from the beginning of humans,
Yeah.
there's been this problem.
It's a sicko. It's a
like,
sicko. It's
it's
not
the same thing
normal.
as
Yeah.
like war and
Yeah.
everything
Yeah,
else
this-
that we suffer from. It's like
That group of
sense
person. Bam, bam,
gratification.
Right.
Like you can't stop yourself. You can't control yourself. Like it all boils down to that. Like people who have to constantly gratify their senses to the point where other human life doesn't matter.
hurt, yeah.
And I think when you get to that point, it's because them themselves
Are super hurt and they're
like
fluffy,
suicidal
yes.
already, and
Yeah.
they're like,
The conscience.
I'm not loved. I
They're
don't belong.
broken. They're
so
broken
fuck.
spirits. They fuck everything up.
They've
I
got
know,
nothing to
yeah,
lose.
yeah, yeah,
They've
yeah.
got nothing to lose at that point.
And that's where pedophiles and murders
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it all stems from love, like what you were saying in the beginning.
That's what I was saying.
People
you see
who
love,
there's some people
man.
who never ever ever in their whole life experience love.
Wow.
Like even
real.
as
That's a really
child.
tough. That's a
real.
really tough concept to even
Yeah,
grasp.
that's
right?
a whole different
Think of that.
conversation. I know that. That's a different conversation. Look what Tracy Morgan says. Tracy Morgan says even this. Watch this one out of that. Imagine not being able to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It's that right there.
You'll
That
go
and
crazy.
that's what it is. You need companion, humanship. Like you need love again. Love
That's
is the
real,
answer.
real
It's
tough,
real.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And Tracy Morgan said that.
And that's
Like,
another thing. I
imagine.
wanted to bring that up because I feel like that ties into the whole technology thing. Like we're losing
That's what
that
they tied in.
communication
That's the robot. That's your self
value
mirror.
that we have as humans. Like to be able to have these conversations one on one, right?
Yeah.
We've lost that. It's like an art form, and we've lost that. Now people would rather just text you as opposed to calling you. Instead of going out and meeting women at a bar or something and
Yeah, it's
speaking
done
to
through-
them,
it's done
now
through
you're
this.
doing it all on the apps, on the right, on the
Yeah,
dating
yeah,
apps,
I've
right?
never been on one of those apps. I can only
Really?
imagine these poor
Well,
people.
you're married.
Man, come on,
of course.
brother, yeah.
I've been with my husband for
20.
20 years.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
imagine.
man.
So I've
You
been
guys were
with
together
him.
before apps.
That's why you level up.
You guys are old school.
We were beeping each other.
That's why you level up.
She said we were beeping. 143.
0702823.
That's crazy, man. You see, there's very few of us left from that era, right?
Yeah.
That never even been on those apps, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. Like I I'm in the same boat, but I'm recently single, like 3 years single now, right? So it's like you try to go on, it just feels weird, you know, like
Your age.
plenty of fish.
It's the age.
It's just
Remember,
weird,
it's the
bro.
age. It's the age.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
I
a
don't know what it is,
certain
but the
age.
weirdest chicks be hitting me up like, yo,
No me
no,
imagino.
decline.
Now, be
Like back
careful
in the
some of
days
them
we had like
transgenders.
the chats, right? Like on
Right.
AOL.
Yeah.
Like the party, all the
The
party,
party
lines.
lines. The party lines.
We had the
the party lines were crazy. Oh, but you're talking about party lines on the internet?
No.
Like on the phone,
Yeah,
before
the
the
phone.
internet,
You
it was
would
on the
call.
phone. Yeah.
And
I remember those
and it would be
party
just like
lines.
voices.
Yeah. I remember just that party line. That was crazy back
Yeah, that
then.
was weird.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring that back.
Those were cool.
That's what started this wave. Those are all the first instruments that
Oh, I
started
guess
where
that's
we're
what
at
like
now.
these podcasts are kind of.
You know what some girl brought up the other day? Remember the books? It was like a book. I forgot what they call it. Slam books or something like that. Was this a slam books? Remember? And it was like a book, and it was like a bunch of questions, and it would go around like the whole school and things like that.
Yeah.
She was
Oh
talking
yeah, I
about.
had
We should bring
notebooks
that
with
back.
my
Yeah.
girlfriends,
Yeah.
and when we would see each other, we'd give each other a notebook, and we'd
Right.
put something cool in there. Like it was so creative
Right.
and dope, and
Right.
and like we were
Unique.
writing and
Yeah.
we were drawing stuff in there,
Expressing.
putting pictures in
Expressing,
there.
yeah.
And they don't do. They do journal. They like to journal.
It's a distant thing because once you get on your phone,
like by
remember-
yourself.
Exactly,
Totally
that's what I'm
different.
saying. It's
Yeah.
solo, so everything is like okay, I lock in.
And
That's
they
it.
think they're social.
And it's
but
Aki
it's-
social. It's
But they're by
Aki.
themselves
Yeah.
on social media.
I know,
Crazy.
Stop. It's no stop.
That's what I'm saying. It's the gift and the curse of technology, right? It's the gift and the curse, right? Because in a way, it like it makes a lot of like my cousins in Chicago or whatever. I can talk to my
know.
people,
It
right?
is a blessing, and
It's a
and then
blessing
also
in that
like for
sense.
those
Certain thing.
people that have never felt love or
Right.
or never seen
In
a
the
third
group.
world
Right.
country,
Yeah, right.
you know, they get to experience those emotions
Right.
through social media. So you know, it's a gift and a curse.
But
yeah.
right, but then at the same time, a lot of those people that have never experienced that or don't have loved ones in their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can create that mental health, right? That mental health issue where people
Yeah.
get depressed or whatever, right? Because
Right,
that's
yeah,
another
like-
issue.
like
That's another major
solitude.
issue with the whole thing with the with the social media and the phones.
Yeah.
It's crazy what's going
They
on.
say that like solitude is the worst form of torture. Like to be
Of
by
course.
yourself.
That's why it's mentally draining.
Yeah, in
And
prison.
they
That's why
always
they
go
put you in
through
the
shit.
box
To
in
feel
prison.
alone.
I know. I know the game.
Yeah.
It's all
That's why
psychology.
even in prison when you're locked up, like
Yeah.
That's-
the punishment
that's-
is to put you in the
you-
box
you-
by yourself in the
uh,
hole. Throw them in the
You're
hole.
already in the punishment.
Right.
So like
Imagine.
to be
They-
punished there.
The
They
additional
separated.
punishment
It's
is
the
to put you in the
solitude.
Look,
Yeah.
they
Crazy.
separated. They learn how to separate you in your own household because
Wow.
people don't even. No, I'm a real one. I'm gonna point it out. And in
That's
your
deep.
own household, like the communication is gone. That's what me and my friend talk about. Like a lot of the communication is gone. We used to say,
Wow.
"Look, I have my phone on me, and look,
Yeah.
since I know you, I don't have my phone on me. But I'll be right now talking to you and be on my phone because I gotta, we got other things to do as businesses we run. So I'm not here.
It's
You get
the
me?
gift and the curse.
I'm not playing. I'm making
The
money.
worst is
but,
when you
like,
go like to dinner or breakfast with the family and,
It doesn't
and everybody's
stop.
on
It
their
doesn't
phone.
stop. It doesn't stop. Yeah, it doesn't
And
stop.
Yo, what's up? What are we doing?
We can't.
We're having
And
some family
to bring
time.
it back to the multiple sources of income, you know, it's marketing and like,
Selling yourself.
you know, a lot of social media will pay you now.
Mhm.
Like that's my fourth source of income.
That's a great thing.
We got the numbers
Wait.
popping. Where we're at, we
I
got the
got-
numbers good. We
I
got
got
6 figures over there on that
Marketing,
angle.
I do real estate. Let me
Yeah,
let me
go ahead,
tell
go
you what
ahead.
it
Go,
takes
do it. Wait,
to
let me
survive
hold
in
on.
Miami.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We need to talk about that. Let's talk
Multiple sources of income
Yes.
with
let's get
Diana
into it.
Troncoso. from
Hosted
Style
by
Addicts.
Super D.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's
Go
get
ahead.
it. Shop
So this is what I have to
styleaddicts.com.
do to survive in Miami. I've had a handbag line, you
There you
know,
go.
for many years. It's doing,
It's
you know,
popping.
pretty good. You know, if I lived in like, I don't know,
I think my
Alabama, I would be like
I think
super
I got
rich.
like 4 of these in my closet.
Yeah. So that's number one. Number two, I do what everybody has to do. And I do real estate marketing.
Nice.
So I'm not a
exactly.
realtor, you know,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
had to tap into that number one market in Miami.
You still dressing up the rooms and stuff?
I
mean,
do.
She dresses like, she shows me like offices that she dresses up and stuff. Like this
Yeah.
one's
Well,
on
she
a
does the
different level.
marketing. So I'm
Like
sure she
right
makes it
now,
look
I'm
good.
running
Decorates.
26 community websites and Instagrams and Facebooks and
Jeez.
Hello.
yeah.
26?
And you look like you
Yeah.
sleep very well.
Yeah. And that's really like my day job. I spend probably most of my time, but that came from a business that I started in during the pandemic. Well, it really stemmed from a good friend because I think that you can get anywhere you want in life
From help.
if you know the right person.
Yeah, of course.
And if you make the right connection.
Connections,
Like
yes.
you don't have to like go
Be
to
a genius.
school. Or
You don't have to be a
you
genius.
gotta be a really good person.
A networker.
Yes.
a
You gotta be a
networker.
workhorse.
You gotta be able to get in that room.
So yeah, shout out to
It's
I don't know if
true.
she wants me to say her
Go,
name.
no,
but
no. We
I-
love you too, girl.
Yeah, she's I call her my fairy job mother because from the day I met her, she's been
You spoke to
putting
her
me
about
on.
me? I mean, like you spoke to her?
Probably, yeah.
Like,
She's been
that's
in
the
my
one-
life for a while.
That's
like,
the big one, the big one?
we started working for another company, and she became the president of
Yeah,
this
exactly.
huge,
I know. That's what I was telling him.
huge
Yeah,
company.
yeah. Okay.
And she called me, and she's always put me on. So
Beautiful.
that's like my other source of income.
Hi.
And then we have Neo Design Company, which
that's what
what I
education.
started.
Yeah.
And I do marketing, and I do all different types of marketing.
Mhm.
And then thankfully Instagram now pays, for I don't know if we're allowed to say that they pay us or not, but yeah, for like reels and stuff.
Yeah, IG does. Yeah. I mean,
I feel like they'll take it away if I,
No.
if I tell people.
No, but that's public knowledge. Yeah, IG. IG does have that.
So yeah, that's another source of income. And
So how many hours? Because I know you'd be like, I'm gonna be working the whole night, Vic.
Right.
How many hours are you applying to this a week? 60, more than 80? Where would you say where you rely? Like
so for real estate
everything
marketing,
altogether. Like,
40, at least 40.
okay.
Like it's a full time. I worked as a freelance.
And then, but you're still working over here, no? By
Yeah.
downtown? I mean, by the Gables.
It's in Coconut Grove.
Go Coconut Grove. There you go. So a full-time job.
Yeah. I have my own business, a full-time job, social media, and I feel like I'm missing something. I do Neo Design.
The kids, you forgot to say I have 2 kids.
I mean, that's my
She's talking about her
That's
hustle.
my mommy.
She's
That's
talking
my
about
mommy, but
the
kids
major
are a
streams.
job too.
I'm
Hi,
talking about what it
kids. Love
takes
you,
to
boys.
survive, to
Multiple-
keep them
multiple
alive.
streams, yes.
But yeah, they're the reason
Yeah.
that I push myself.
Yes,
They're
the
the
push.
reason that I work all these hours, So they're the source of my energy.
Inspiration.
Motivation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inspiration.
Shout out the
So
boys.
yeah, shout out to Zion and Neo and Ralphie, my husband.
Yeah.
The beats are
Zion's
dope too.
15. He makes music.
Zion's the one making the music.
Yes.
Beats are
Zion,
super dope. Zion.
Noise. Yeah. He makes incredible like lo-fi hip hop beats, but
Yeah.
he has like
The old
vast
soul. We heard it,
knowledge
yeah.
of like old school hip hop classics and like soul.
They
like
research.
funk.
They do a lot of research. The
Yes,
kids, yeah.
he's amazing, and like he can play the piano like right when he sits down, and he's never played the song before. And I'm like,
It's all by ear.
yeah, he
crazy.
can play it right
That's
away. So
beautiful.
he's
That's a
and
gift.
then Neo has a YouTube channel, and
Nice.
he's blowing up. So go check out Neo on YouTube.
What's
Doing
his,
his
I think
thing.
it's Neo1YT.
There you go.
Yeah, at Neo1YT.
at
but-
Neo, right?
NEO. Yeah, like
Neo.
Zion
Like
and
the
Neo.
Matrix.
Where you think the
Yeah.
kids came from, Papa?
The chosen one.
they're
That's what's up.
they're part of
So, yeah.
Zion.
Zion is my oldest. He wasn't named because of the Matrix. It was like a biblical name.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
husband named him.
Mount Zion.
Yeah, and it's like, the highest source of
Yeah.
like
Of
spirituality.
course.
So
Dope.
Zion is in different places for different people. Like
Nice.
for Jewish people, it's obviously in Jerusalem, and there's a real Mount Zion
The
there.
Mount Zion.
And
I was there.
in the Bible, they have Mount Zion. And like for Rasta, Zion is in Africa
Yeah.
because that's their highest point of spirituality. So that's
Mount
why we named
Zion.
him. And then a friend, when I was pregnant with my youngest, he made a joke and he's like, "What are you gonna name this one?"
Ooh.
Neo. Ha ha ha. And we both had a chuckle and we were like, ha ha ha, Neo.
Yeah, look at this one. Just
And I was like, that would actually be like the
the
coolest
match. Yeah,
name.
yeah.
And it just stuck with me. So my husband named Zion and I named Neo. Neo Haru, and his middle
That's what's
name
up.
is Egyptian.
That's
So it brings it back to the pyramids and
beautiful.
Style Addicts, and everything that we produce is, it's very thought out.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it comes from our roots, and that's why
Dope.
we produce everything in Colombia.
I see that.
We have family there.
And I love the graffiti. influence.
Shout
I
out to
love the-
Colombia. Shout out to my
Where?
Colombian.
Where in Colombia?
Shouts
It's funny.
to Colombia.
I was supposed to go. My man, did one of the trade shows out there. My man's gonna kill me because I'm not putting in the time with him. But anyway, he just did a trade show. He wanted me out there. because we're familiar with Colombia. Like I was there 95, 97, like hard body. But he's telling me like, yo, we're gonna buy these cribs there. They're $1 million and they're bigger than here, like 8,000 square feet on the mountain.
I want to get an Airbnb out there.
But what part of Colombia? Because I know if you know, and if you don't know,
now you know.
What part of Colombia? Yeah. What?
Well,
Medellin,
we manufacture our bags in Bogota and in Barranquilla.
There you go.
So we do different price points, different types of leather.
The leathers,
it's different, different. They're all made by hand.
Nice.
So, they're
have you been there?
Marroquinerias with
there?
real people, real families.
Right.
And we've been working with them for like over 13 years.
Nice.
So they're our family also. And I've been
there to see them.
Yes.
I would love to do that. Like my thing is the walkthrough. I love.
Oh my God! I have a picture of my sister like with all the leathers, and we don't get to go out there often, and I'm overdue.
Please invite me. I'll go out take my.
But that's a beautiful thing that you guys are bringing that economy to those people. That's a beautiful thing.
Colombia,
yes,
listen,
thank you. We try to keep
pop. Do you know why? Sorry, you know why Colombia's gonna pop right now? Because now cannabis is now everybody could grow 40 plants. Watch this. My boy called me. He's there. Remember money. We went to real money. So now he's like, they ship Colombia right now shipping weed to Europe.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah. Crazy. And you'd be like, oh, you don't know what's going on. So imagine
that these
the value.
places have are incredible.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm due too.
And did you see the El Guerrero that he's, I think, un narcotraficante that he's supposedly like saving the Amazon rainforest?
Yeah.
I guess he's making like coke there, and he has like coca leaves, but he's not letting them cut it down, like over my dead body, like war.
And keep researching.
And he's doing it for like, I guess, monetary reasons, but he's saving like the rainforest.
Because they
so
know
it's interesting.
It's in trouble. It's in trouble. The earth is speaking.
Yeah. It becomes a little, right? It's crazy.
You have to fact check that.
The trees, look, there's a guy right now.
I read it somewhere, but
There's a guy right now I follow. I'll send you his link too. His company, they're called tree planters. The guy every single day just planting a tree. So it's a balance of how many trees they cut down, how many trees they need to plant. So he's like, this year I plant.
I don't get why people cut trees. Like I don't.
No, it's for production, furniture and stuff. What we need in our house, wood, blah blah blah. So
like, did you see that they've been cutting so much in Kendall?
I know it's all concrete.
It's our little forests.
No more grass.
That we had there, and then there's like a fire.
Yeah.
That's why
they just keep going. They just keep going.
One of the
west.
developers, I was like,
so
he can buy that when it all.
It's changed already.
Yeah, it's
our
crazy,
landscape
man.
has totally.
So
changed.
I don't know. Like to me, it's like then the value of our air lessened, right? Like when you cut all those trees. Yeah. So it's like
absolutely. You got to go to states that have a lot of trees.
Isn't it like kindergarten? Like really simple. Like take care. Like we need air.
You would think so.
So take care of the trees.
Take care of the trees. They give you the oxygen.
Water.
Stop polluting the water.
Of the earth.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's so simple.
But it's become a greed.
It's a business. That's what's about to. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's
once
gonna be.
You hit, I think, a certain bracket.
Cállate.
Then it doesn't matter. The earth could burn, and you're gonna be okay.
Right.
Because
that's why these guys. It's gonna have a tsunami. That's what he says. That's why Elon is trying to go to Mars, because they know this is gonna go to
and
shit.
That's why, like,
so,
DeSantis and all these people like don't give a fuck about the environment. Why the fuck would they? Because they can just. They probably have a bunker if there's anything. Like,
do you know
they're gonna be fine. So
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
I understand where they're coming from. I understand the whole tax thing with Trump. Like, it's a game that they have to play. We have to play because we want to be in that bracket also. Yeah. And when we get there, we're not going to want to not be in that bracket. So,
right.
I have best friends and family that like voted for Trump, and I didn't, but I love them, just the same, and they're good-hearted people. And we just know like not to talk about politics,
Right.
But it's weird how she thinks something is good for her kids, and I see it like in a whole different way for my kids.
Yeah,
so it's just like.
Let me ask you a question.
You can't be right or wrong.
Who do you think is a better candidate than Trump right now for 2024?
Bing bong. Trying to tell you, I better wake up.
I don't know.
Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody's taking that crown. He could beat the president. I told him there's a law You can look this up. He could be the president of the United States while still incarcerated behind bars.
This might
They
be
made
one
a-
I
they
might
made
have
a
to
law
sit
for
out.
this.
I'm
They
a
made law.
voter, and I often vote. So I'm either going to do my super research at the last minute and make an educated vote.
Just vote for the underdog.
I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'll tell you that right now.
Damn, Trump.
Sorry, Trump. I love you. Thanks for providing for my family. Thanks for hiring my immigrant dad. That's the Trump I would have voted for. You know,
It's the same guy. It's the same guy.
I feel
Don't
like
let
it
the
is,
hype- don't
and I
let the
feel
fake
like
news fool you.
he's pretending to be that so that he can get the people who think like that on his side. So
He's still the same guy, man.
Yeah.
I've realized it.
I don't hate
I've had to come to
him.
that
I'm not the type
realization.
of person that I don't speak bad about. I tell most people that story, I'm grateful to him, very grateful. He was great to my dad, and anybody that's great to my kids or my parents,
You gotta respect
I'm actually
him,
eternally
Thankful,
grateful.
yeah.
So I respect that about him, but what I've seen, I feel like is almost like a facade and almost not really him. Obviously, his wife is an immigrant,
Right.
So then I hear people who support him speak very anti-immigrant, like people who came from other countries, whose parents came from other countries.
This country's built on this.
Really hate on immigrants and be like, it's because of them that people are getting
Everybody
murdered and
came
killed.
in.
And I don't get that.
Everybody
Like,
came
No. I
Everybody
think,
came in.
listen, man,
We all came in through the back
truth
door
of the
here.
matter is, but the thing is this, we're getting to the point where there's a lot. This guy Biden just opened the floodgates. There's a lot of
I'll explain to you.
undocumented immigrants coming
Well, I'm
into the
explaining to
country.
you why they let
These
them in.
people
But
are
they're
coming
fleeing
No,
in, and
listen.
it
horror.
becomes a problem.
But I'm gonna tell
they're
you why.
fleeing horror.
Listen. I'm
And they
explaining to you.
need
I feel
help.
You. I feel you. I agree.
A lot of
I
them need
agree.
help, and their moms and their children, and they need help.
And I
And
think
we're all human,
Right.
and this is nobody's land.
yeah.
This is everybody's earth.
Yeah.
And if I have just met you today, but I feel like if those undocumented people came to your door and they said, I need bread for my kids, I need something, I feel like you'd give it to them, And
Absolutely.
maybe you'd even open your home to them.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I think this is something that falls more in the hands of people like you and I, because I think as Latinos, as independent entrepreneurs, as people that are making our way in the world, we have to stand up because those are our people, right?
Right.
They're
Those are
Latinos
our
coming
people.
from up through South America, up through Mexico, right?
I'm gonna tell you.
Those are our people.
Yes.
There's no other way around it. It's gonna take a lot longer for the
gonna
government to
tell you
acknowledge them
why.
and help them.
Listen.
One
than
day
it
it
will
might
for us
be
Let
to
me-
us.
mobilize and help them.
One day it might be
Yeah.
us
Oh, yeah.
that
Let me
need
explain.
to go
Listen.
somewhere else.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what are you gonna do when they're like don't want to help?
Oh yeah,
Listen.
I agree.
Americans.
Do you know
I
why
agree.
they
You're
let
right.
With
these?
that
Listen.
whole
Te digo.
dollar.
We got 2 minutes left, but you know why they let. You got to understand something. Remember, we're in America, so you're not going to work on the fields. Let me explain
Right.
to you. Stop. You're not going on the fields. Our kids are not going on the field. Pause.
Amen.
So that's why they let these individuals in so
I
they could do that work.
know.
And we got to be
God
grateful
bless
because
them.
their kids then become leaders. Like their kids become somebody. And that's why we let them in.
God bless them.
Second, third generation. We're second generation.
And that's
You
the
get
truth.
me? Or my son and daughter already born here. And I made sure I had kids that are not of color like myself so they won't go through what we went through. I'm going to be real. Look, I put that out there. My kids are white.
Truth be told, the
That's
immigrants
it.
come with that mentality.
No, my
sorry.
husband's darker than me, and
Stop.
he's
Your
so
kids are
cute
white.
with his dark skin.
We got a minute.
But my
Anyway,
kids are
we got-
white.
We got 1 minute.
Unfortunately,
Let me ask you. We got 1 minute. So, anything you want to get off your chest before we go? We got 1 minute.
just shout out shopstyleaddicts.com. Support, people who are local and been hustling since the 90s, and still hustling.
There you
Yes,
go.
yes. The one and
Counting.
only Diana is with us.
Thank you guys.
ShopStyleAddicts.com.
It's been fun.
Yes, you already know.
You
You
the
be
big
the
homies.
underboss.
Chocala.
My partner Hurricane Joe-EZ. Fuego Talk. You already know, guys. Follow Diana. What is it at?
And Style Addicts.
Style_addicts.
We're going to put it
Style
up.
underscore.
There's an underscore.
You heard? You already know.
Get your wifey laced up with that brand new purse.
Aight.
Mad colors. Shorty got
Genuine
4 of these.
leather.
Shorty got
Yes.
4 of these. That's all I'm gonna
Yes.
say.
That's right.
Shouts to A-Hole too.
Shout
man.
out. You've been supporting, bro.
Of
Since
course.
day
Shorty
one.
got 4 of these. Yeah.